Hi everyone, thank you so much for your well wishes. I feel a lot better. I made sure to really relax over the weekend. One of the days I gave myself a good break, and yeah, so I'm much better now, and hopefully I sound better now as well. So yesterday actually I filmed this video and then by accident deleted the intro, so I'm just refilming the intro, and hopefully won't be sounding or looking too different when I then connect it to the video that I managed not to delete. So today I want to look at the Florals stamp set, which is designed by me. If you are new to this channel, there are two. So I already have done a similar video to this one that we're going to look at today for the FOTD, which is Face of the Day stamp set, and you can have a look on my channel. So I think I mentioned this before a couple of times, but again, if you're new, I'll mention it again. So if you look at these stamp sets side by side, you will realize that this floral set is drawn out. They're both drawn by hand, not digitally created, and therefore you will notice that the lines in the floral set is a lot finer than it is in the Face of the Day set. And the reason being is that I wanted it to be bolder in this set because we have all these features for the eyes and the lips and everything. And I needed them to be looking quite illustrative. And when I then designed the floral set, I wanted the line to be as fine as it can be, to be able to print a good image, but also to be super fine. And the reason being is because flowers are very fine and delicate, and so this is what I wanted to translate to the stamp set. And the flowers are designed in different sizes. So we have the medium, the large size couple of the flowers, and then we have the medium and the smaller size. We also have leaves and smaller leaves, so you can do a lot of different things with this stamp set. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be repeating myself or not, whether I have mentioned it in the other video, but what you can do here is an example. You can use smaller parts like this everywhere to just fill in little gaps, or you can create little doodle elements for your planners or your art journals. Just decorate whichever way you want your art journals. And the other thing is, again, I have designed both sets to be used together or on their own, because the sizing of the flowers is fitting around the girls' heads, as you can see, very nicely. So that's just a little bonus. The other thing I want to mention today is that some of these flowers I actually traced from my art journals, and this is what you're going to see in a minute. So I have done tracing from my art journals of this flower, which is a hydrangea flower. There's also another, like a smaller hydrangea, a different type of a hydrangea right next to it. Then what else? This one I have also traced from my journal, and then this one and these two. So a few of these actually are coming straight from my art journal, which I thought would be quite nice for you to have some art coming from my art journal to yours. And others I have designed specifically for this stamp set. Alright, so now you're going to see the other part of the video where I'm going to show you inside my art journal illustration that I've done a while ago. So this was 2018, so quite a long time ago, and this is this little flower right here, and it's now living in your clear stamp set. And then let's see, there were a few other things that I have taken from my journal. Oh, here they are. So yeah, these two flowers, they came from my journal, and this one also came from my journal. So you can create this type of floral arrangement as well. You don't need to do like a cluster if you don't want. You can create a bouquet, just the way you connect the flowers and the way you're going to bring them together. And then I think that's it, or maybe a couple more. Okay, so this hydrangea flower right here, that's the one here, and I think this one is that one possibly. And that's it, I think. Yeah, that's it. So quite a few of them are from my journal, so I thought that's a nice little share with you. The leaves, again, you can rotate them and create nice shapes. Here I have actually stamped one the other way around, so I didn't stamp this. So basically this little connecting bit, I stamped it like that instead of like this. So again, just use your imagination. Here is the hydrangea. So from that little flower that I just showed you from my journal, let me find it again. So here from this little flower, you can now create a whole cluster, and it kind of looks like a hydrangea head. It's really fun to do. I will show you tricks and tips in a separate video. So you can do just a singular flower if you want, or you can do a whole load of them. Again, I stamped it out in the Tattered rose and then just lined everything out. And then I've done another cluster here to show you a different style. So what you have here, let me just put this in there. So you have, in fact, in this cluster, you only have these flowers. So it's four items. And that's the rosebud. That's this one and this one. And I connect them all to a central area, so to a central point. And you can leave it like that, or you can even doodle something in between for an extra kind of like a striking effect. And that's in fact the same stamp as it was this one, but because I used a different color and a different technique here, it almost looks completely different. So just again, just to let you know that you can really play around and create so much with these. I hate when people design their clear stamp sets and they're very stingy with it and they just put a few flowers there. I really wanted to give you as much as possible, and 22 clear stamps, you can create a lot with it. You can see these small areas as well, the small flowers or the leaves with the small flowers. So you have different sizes. I made sure I created like a larger flower and the medium sized ones and the quite small ones, because you can then build very nice things with it. So here I have an example for the smaller ones, so they're right at the bottom here. You can create little doodles in your journals, if you have like a diary journal thing, whatever it's called, or you can just, you know, like at the bottom, if you like to keep a journal, and then at the bottom of the page or something, you could do a little stamping element. So from this one set you get a lot. So this one here I wanted to show you can create. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flowers which are very similar in terms of their structure. So this is a 4-leaf, 3-leaf, 4-leaf, 3-leaf, 3-leaf, and you can create these lovely floral confetti. So you don't have to connect them in a cluster if you don't want. You don't have to use any of the leaves or the foliage parts. You can just literally scatter them around your page and create little confettis. And look at that. I've done a gold little polka dot there. I don't know if you can see. There we go. So that was super fun to do. And again, very gentle and feminine in the colors. You can go for deeper colors, autumnal colors, whatever you feel like. And then while we're here still, I'll show you this one. So this one was a swatch I've done for this watercolor set, which sold out. But again, I'll use the opportunity and tell you that if you're interested, message me on ESSIE, AlyonaCreates, and I will respond there, and I will know what the demand is like. I might put a pre-order on because I will start working on the creating more of these next week. So at some point in November, you should have them back in stock. And this is what the swatches look like. You can build them up to be a lot stronger, but I used them very mildly here. So this is the Perfect Peach. This is the Tropical Sunset Pink, Lemonade, and Scarlet Red. And they all have a little sheen to them, which you will probably see better when you have them in your sketchbook, because you can then sort of see the reflection better. But anyways, here I played with these leaves. I find that I use these two like a lot, and you can create so many different things. Again, you can attach one to the other and build a whole cluster like I've done here. And or you can do it a bit more simpler. You can do it without the little bits, twiggy bits, whatever they're called. You can just make them stick out of the leaf, which I really love this style. And I'll just show you. So here I've done another cluster. Here, all of these are the same leaves. You can do a lot with them. All right, and then finally I'll show you again this hydrangea. I've done it here on an acrylic background with the Archival ink, and it just looks so gorgeous. So the line here is a lot thicker, and that is because, no, in fact, I think I've used one of the, was it the Tattered Rose? I used one of the inks and then lined it out, and that's what made the pen ink for some reason react on this because of maybe the acrylic background or something. I don't know. Something reacted and it made a completely different look, which I also adore. So doodling on top of it makes things look nice, and obviously a lot of doodles everywhere are very compatible with these sets. And if you don't know, I have designed them to be used together or on their own, if you prefer, with this FOTD set, which is a face of the day, and they're sized perfectly to be used together. So just to show you very quickly, so right here I have basically created loads of different things that you can do with these girls and flowers. And in fact I used one of the leaves, one of these, and instead of making them look like leaves, so I didn't doodle anything, and that's why I designed them clean, so there's no line in here, because you then can also create little bows like that. You could have attached like another one, or do whatever you want, and it just looks super cute. All right, I hope that was quite helpful for you, and thanks for watching. There'll be loads of tutorials coming soon, and that is it. See you soon.